Alright, hello and welcome to episode 72 of Chaos Entropy. Today's date is April 16th, 2025, and let's get right into it. You want to start or you want me to pull out a topic?
Oh, well, I think you could start. You could start it.
Did you see Marathon?
Yeah, I figured this was gonna come up. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh man, Marathon. um, so it's an extraction-based shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I never played the original Marathon games, so I just don't
Yeah,
know if there's any connection to those.
yeah, neither do I. They definitely predate our time. Most
Yeah.
people's time, actually. 'Cause they came out pre-Doom.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken, it's either pre-Doom or concurrent with Doom. But yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
think,
the
yeah, it was like a proto Halo, right?
something like that. Yeah.
So, I mean, I mean, eh, I like I kind of like the UI design.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of interesting, the UI design.
How are we feeling about the atmosphere and aesthetic?
It honestly looks like Destiny 2 with like the aesthetic. I know like it's supposed to be like this like they're all 3D printed bodies and everything, but I can't help but feel like it's got that weird aesthetic from Destiny 2, like when you're in like the weird places like Trials of the Nine or something, or like maybe even that Vex cave where you go in and everything's like blocky. Um,
Yeah.
I just can't separate it from Destiny 2 in my head, even though it does look different. I don't know though. I just don't really like that kind of aesthetic.
Mm.
Um, I think it's a bit too much for me. Uh,
Okay.
I like the colors in the UI. That's it. Um, I think people even pointed out that they were like reusing, like you can see the Titan Punch inside the trailer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Um, I just don't know. And then, bro, like the atmosphere, it's definitely got like the new age Bungie stuff. Like,
Yeah, I have to say, like, the reusing of animations and assets, that was less of a big deal to me because I kind of expected it. I feel like most modern devs nowadays pull something from somewhere, you know.
mm-hmm,
Um, Actually, I think it's getting really hard now to find originality in a lot of things,
mm-hmm.
but gaming especially. Uh, but I don't know, man. Marathon. Like a part of me wants to be excited for this because it kind of looks cool. Like I have to admit, it looks cool. It looks like something I would play,
Mm-hmm.
but I just am not excited for this at
Mm-hmm.
all. Like it I saw the reveal and like I kind of fucked with the like cyberpunky like high sci-fi aesthetic,
Yeah,
but uh I don't know, man,
just not
it felt
resonating.
off. Yeah, it just felt off. I don't know. I feel like that's the public reception. Like it just feels off.
Well, to take it further, this is strictly just this is gonna be a live service game. And it seems like I'm gonna be real. It's gonna sound pretty harsh. I just don't know what they were thinking. um, because I mean, like when we lay it all out, well, I've heard there's gonna be like they want to make it a live service thing, so there's gonna be content added in later. But at launch, I'm pretty sure what they said is like there's like 6 characters I think, and about 5 maps.
Mm,
Um, and what they're gonna be doing is they're gonna go with a season route. So every season, new content is probably going to come in. But what they're also
mm,
going to do is every season, your loot or whatever gets hard reset. So fresh start every season. Um, and it looks like they're heavily reliant on the extraction shooter stuff. Like this sounds. There's like there's. I heard they didn't write any story behind it. Like the narrative hasn't been written yet, or like now they're working on it.
yeah.
So it's gonna be a pretty bare. It's gonna be literally just the game. And I'm gonna be real. I feel like this coming from a AAA developer is pretty concerning. This sounds more like something you'd expect from like an indie studio, right? Um, this just seems a bit bare bones, in my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I, I can't, like I said, I can't speak too much about this game because, it was just kind of publicly revealed recently, so. But B, I don't even think this is a game that most people, frankly, want to succeed.
Oh yeah. Oh, have you seen online? They're calling it the next Concord.
Like, I feel like I was pretty much in the minority there of maybe this could be like a new game.
Mm-hmm.
Something new considering no one, like, Marathon's pretty not known in the gaming community. Could have been something new, but uh, I don't know. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like anything special. Like, I don't know how else to really put it into words.
Well, the thing is, I haven't played Marathon, but apparently a lot of like, I guess the older generations have, and like, for example, I heard from, what's it called? What's his face? I saw his video drop. It was Angry Joe, and he was talking about Marathon, and it seems like this was definitely a bigger hit for like the older generation, but according to them, like they just didn't recognize Marathon from this at all. So it seems like there may be, there's some connections to the old games, but for the most part, it seems like it's just like Marathon in name, or maybe this is like a hard reboot. So
Well, I feel like people knew it was gonna be a reboot.
yeah, but like I don't think they knew, cause like there's reboots in sense of like Model for 19 reboot, and then there's like reboot where it's like a remix, where like it's just a completely different thing entirely. Almost like a spiritual successor, I suppose. But I don't know. It looks like they're just going like I don't know. It looks like they're just shooting in the dark right now.
Um,
I don't know. Like there's always the chance that we're all completely wrong and the game's the best damn game ever, but I just don't see it.
I don't really know what to make of it. So
Yeah, and especially since Bungie's history with live service, uh, and the state of the studio, I just don't see it. That's the thing, like, everything we've talked to up until this point is just about what we've seen from the game and what we know concretely from the game. But now, if we factor in everything about Bungie's history and the stuff going behind the scenes at Bungie, I don't know. I don't know. This game may be the next Concord. I'm not sure. Um, uh, Actually, on the same subject as Bungie, did you hear about? I was hoping maybe you know more about because I only heard about it through the name, like the next Destiny expansion. I was pretty surprised about that.
Mm-mm.
So like, there's a new Destiny expansion or DLC coming out called I think Edge of Fate, and judging from the logo or whatever, it's gonna be revealed next month. Um, and it seems like I don't know, like people think they're gonna get like taken abilities or something. Uh, someone's pointed out like it's got something to do with the like the nine. Uh, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised they're cranking anything out for Destiny 2, at least I guess in the midst of Marathon.
Well, I feel like that shouldn't be a surprise. They still have been working on Destiny um,
Yeah.
throughout Marathon's development. Uh, so I don't think that should come too much as a surprise. Like at least not like the expansion, yeah, but like them working on Destiny still now.
I don't know. I was just surprised that expansion was coming out.
And yeah, I don't really know what to make of that since I haven't heard anything about Destiny, nor have I kept up with it.
But oh, and then what's it called? Recently, I think.
I think I genuinely haven't touched Destiny in I don't even know when.
Bro, I just touched it. I don't touch Destiny. I just search up if shit goes on in Destiny. I like reading about people complaining, and then I just laugh. And then what else? Let's see. Oh, did you hear the the Oblivion remake or remasters dropping sometime before the end of this month?
I'm actually excited for that.
I am excited for that. I actually, because I was never able to actually finish Oblivion because, well, the game just hurt my eyes.
Um, I was never able to finish Oblivion because one, I was a child. Two, uh, I would always make it a chunk of the game in, um, but always find myself in every save through lost, genuinely lost past going in through the Oblivion portal.
You literally get lost in hell,
Yeah, pretty much.
and then the playthrough ends.
Literally in every single playthrough, I have lost my way and never found my way back.
That's funny.
So yeah, hopefully I'll finish the game.
I think, yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty surprised, what's it, excited for that. I thought it was gonna drop, like, later this year, but apparently it's coming later this month.
Did you hear about the rumor with the deluxe edition?
I know there's a deluxe edition coming, but I don't know what's
So
happening with
okay,
it.
so they're gonna have their little usual whatever for a deluxe edition, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
What I think they definitely had to have done on purpose, totally on purpose, they included horse armor.
Really?
Horse armors in the deluxe edition.
Yeah, man. Well, huh. I
And I
guess
thought that was really self-aware,
I think that'd be pretty funny.
really self-aware and really funny.
Yeah.
Enough that I'd buy it. I'd actually cop it. That's
Yeah. Oblivion horse armor.
also the game looks, well, visually looks good.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned because this is going to be a shadow drop, and there's obviously a lack of any type of marketing. There's no gameplay trailer.
Yeah. All we got is like those leaked images from that one dude.
Yeah, but
Like which
there's no. What surprises me is those images came from a gameplay trailer though.
yeah. Yeah. From what it looks like I think they're calling it a remaster, but it really looks more like a remake. Cause like
Yeah, so they're calling it a remaster. But it's like
it's like a
I know
full.
I know when I bring this up, you'll know what I mean. This has some people concerned, but I take this with what I'm about to say with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
What I heard some people say is that the reason they called it a remaster, um, was because they did the thing that some games have done in the past where they will essentially, I think, like Shadow of the Colossus might be an example of this, where they pretty much layered the engine over the original game
Ah,
and then tweaked it
I see.
from there. So
So it's
I don't
just
know
hmm. So it's not
which
like a
if
full-fledged remake. It's okay.
kind of something in between
Yeah, because I was looking at like what's it called? Like the
the
one of them was
assets.
yeah like the sewage outlets. Like it used to be like just a fucking square, and now it's like completely redone. It looks like a
A proper sewer grate.
yeah
Honestly, credit where credit's due, it looked like ESO quality in like a way, and I
yeah.
think that's a good thing. I think that's a very good thing.
Actually, I think I did get especially the part where you see the guy wearing the armor from behind.
Right?
I did
Yeah,
I got the ESO vibes from that, but yeah.
yeah, definitely agree.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I think it'll be pretty good. I'm just surprised. I'm like you though. I'm pretty surprised. Like this is, I don't know why they would go with a shadow drop. I think they probably, or maybe like marketing costs that much.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and especially like I feel like this would be the game to market. You know, like
Yeah,
I'm sorry, out of everything that Bethesda could be dropping, this is where you should be spending your marketing money, unless they're really stockpiling for ES6. But
bro. Good luck. Cause like this is like the only Elder Scroll. I mean like, actually I can't say it's Bethesda, but like this, it's been a while since we've had a Bethesda game. Um, so yeah, I'm pretty surprised. Um, let's see. I wrote a couple of things down, but I can't really look at my phone right now.
no, you're right. I'm trying to think myself.
Oh, I beat what's it called? I think I talked with the other guys about it, but I never actually talked. I beat AC2. Um,
So we are going through with this.
yes, I'm playing Brotherhood right now. But before
Mm,
we get to Brotherhood, so AC2, my thoughts.
okay, tell me.
I like the game. I like the game. I think it's
But
a pretty good game, but I think
but
this is gonna wait like this. Maybe a hot take. I think it's got pacing issues.
I agree. What are your pacing issues?
So my pacing issue is like in the beginning, it's so good. Like the first half of the game, the pacing of the story is
Up to where? Up to
Up
what?
to okay, here's the thing. The closer you get to the middle, the more it starts to start getting pacing problems. I think the pacing problems really got really extreme when you got to Venice.
Okay, I absolutely agree.
Because before that, I was under the impression that the entire pacing of the game would go similarly to how the prologue was. And I was like, this is pretty good. Because you got enough time to soak everything in. Um,
Give you
and
some time to dig around in the environment, and then once you get a little bored
mhm.
of that, you're like, all right, let's go back.
Yeah, but what happened was, and it's a slow build up too, how it kind of devolves kind of. It's like before you know it, after those three missions for Uncle Mario, you suddenly I can't remember anything after that. All I remember is after those three missions, I got on a boat. I went you went to that one area where you
Mm-hmm.
saved you got on the boat ride with Katarina, and then
Yep.
you went with Leonardo, and then
Mm-hmm.
you went to Venice.
Yeah.
Um
And you went to Venice, and also after that point, you have, I'm pretty sure, like the beginnings of the suit and all
yeah.
that, and you go
Mhm.
through like the escort training and all that, and
Yeah.
blending in.
Yeah, but that was part of the prologue. That was still when you were still in Florence.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Um
No, but there was an upgrade that you got early on in fucking Venice though. I'm tripping. What
oh,
is it?
the high climb from
That's
Rosa.
that's what it was. That's what it
Yeah.
is. That's what it is.
Yeah, the high climb from Rosa. But then so
Yeah. And I
yeah,
remember like after that point, after you get the high climb, you start being able to just do way much. Like you start being able to sneak up on people way easier.
yeah.
Like in ways that obviously weren't possible in the other game. But you know what I mean. Like
Mhm. And yeah, you were just able to just evade people too, because you could just walk or run up walls that you weren't
all
able to
those
do.
yup.
So I thought up until
Oh,
the first
it
half.
also changed chases. Any chases you got from that point forward completely changed.
Yeah, but you have to deal with the runners because the runners
Yeah,
always caught up with me, and then
yeah,
if we're comboed with the archers on the roof, I just got fucked.
deadly
Um,
combo.
yeah.
Those guys were like pistol immediately.
Oh yeah, I was like, gotta get everybody. Man, those guys on the roofs, I'm always killing them. I am always
Dude,
killing them.
I hate, and damn, what the fuck was that? I hate in most Assassin's Creed games the fucking roof scouts.
Yeah.
Cause it's also not just two. It's like I think up until four
Oh man.
that you have to really deal with just some random jerk off on a roof
It's
somewhere.
like, hey, get off, get down from there, get down, and then he just starts shooting you. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the first half of Venice was all right until you got after that Leonardo mission where you fly into the little
Into the
yeah,
building.
and then yeah, I don't know, yeah, you were trying to save the guy, but then he gets assassinated by the Templars or poisoned.
And then
Um,
you like I think you do it's like you escaping from there.
yeah, then you have to escape from there, and then they blame you. But that's the thing, right? So in my head, all of this stuff maybe took over a course of a year, maybe a couple years. But in my head,
Mm-hmm.
that was me giving it leniency. In my head, really playing the missions, um, I thought it took place months, right? Like in a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
But then, halfway through Venice, he's like, "It's been 10 years since my family died." I'm like, "What?" So I was like, I don't know, at that I was like, okay,
Line cook.
all right, 10 years. And then they were so nonchalant and like, because after that, Leonardo shows up with the apple, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh no, he doesn't show up with the apple, but like he's like, I think I discovered this, you know.
Or so, yeah.
Yeah. So then,
He starts alluding towards.
yeah, and then like, what's it called? He then like, they're talking, and then somehow like the Spaniard arrives
Mm-hmm.
in Venice, and then Uncle Mario is also there. So I was like, oh, Uncle Mario. And then like, you know, lore-wise, it's been 10 years, I guess, or like not 10 years,
And
but
then
like been a while since because he's been in Venice for like 6 years apparently.
you go see Uncle Mario.
Yeah, and then everyone shows up,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, we're all assassins this entire time. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, you were the fucking loser.
Yeah. Actually, we were all assassins this entire time. Oh man, I just died.
Congrats on catching up, baby bitch boy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, you're telling me it took him like 10 years for them to induct him into the order? But like literally, they all show up. Everyone, even that one lady from like in the beginning of the game that like showed you how to blend into the crowds, she showed up.
Oh,
They all
she's there.
congregated in Venice at this very moment. Even that big mercenary guy you freed in the military district was there. And then they all help Ezio fight off Rodrigo Borgia, and then they get the fucking apple. And then, in my opinion, I felt like maybe they should have done something about leading up to the apple, but they really rely on you doing that on your own time
Mm-hmm.
to get context about the apple. So he gets the apple, and they're like talking about the doomsday shit and how like it's this world-altering artifact. Um, and then Rodrigo Borgia runs away. Uh, and then Ezio finally gets inducted, and then he does the leap of faith. And then what happened after that? What the fuck happened after that? Oh yeah, wait, they went back to Katerina's place, right? I think it's like Katerina, because Machiavelli reveals himself that he's walking with Katerina and then with Ezio. They're trying to go back to Katerina's, um, you know, fortress or whatever, which was that one area before you got to Venice.
Yeah.
And then like her place is being sieged, so then like you help her out, you get her kids back, but then like what's it called? They still took the apple, so then Ezio chases. Okay, this is when the game started falling apart to me, and I was like low key like kind of sick of it. Um, so he
I'm
gets
fucking sick of it.
yeah, so he chases, he gets the apple back, um, but he gets stabbed and like poisoned kind of, so he blacks out
Mm-hmm.
before this random ass monk picks up the apple and then just walks away with it. And then, you know, he's out, Ezio's
Bro
out for...
casually becomes God.
Yeah, and then he casually becomes God, but let me point out that it took Ezio 10 years to get the apple back.
You know what I find craziest about all of that?
What?
Whole story could have been prevented if they just destroyed the apple right then and
Yeah, like... Oh, man, like, like, what are you doing? Like...
Oh, a world-ending device. Yeah, I'll just keep this in my back pocket. Anyway, let me go see the homies.
Okay, to give him credit, I don't know, I mean, how would they destroy it?
No, I mean, but like, I understand that, but that was always one of my biggest criticisms is like, make an effort, guys. Lava.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Lock in, guys. Gotta start destroying this shit. But,
Y'all, you guys literally had Leonardo da Vinci, and you're telling me you expect me to believe
they
that
couldn't find a
y'all
way.
didn't find a way?
Yeah, yeah.
That bastard was real creative, bro. Bro made the first modern tank. You telling me?
Actually, wait, why was the apple on Ezio the entire time?
Uh, I forget if it was like on Ezio the entire time or like if he left. No,
Eventually, he leaves it with Katarina to go get.
I was gonna say he lays it with Katarina.
Yeah, that's how it falls in the hands of the what's it called, the twins who try to siege them. But I guess they couldn't lock it, with Altair's armor down in the villa.
Yeah, like I feel like there was many ways that we could have just not had this become a problem for the future, but instead,
Yeah. Instead, the apple gets, and like the thing is, it's just a random ass monk.
and it's crazy too because I would have been okay if it happened once, but it happens. Of the apple gets stolen from you a few times.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I got scorpion gloves. I think they're better than
Mm.
Sub-Zero gloves. But yeah, cause what's it called? I don't know, like maybe safeguard the apple a bit better.
Yeah, that's kind of where like most of my confusion just came in. Is like, how are y'all getting robbed? Y'all taught me how to pickpocket in like the first few missions. How are you guys getting robbed?
Like Machiavelli, you couldn't do anything, bro. But yeah, I mean, like after that, like, so the apple gets taken, and then Ezio wakes up with like facial hair, and then
Mm-hmm.
they're like, let's get the apple back. I thought they're gonna get the apple back like a month, and actually go.
Immediately, try.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he returns to Florence 10 years later. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he walks in, and then like they point out, oh, actually, in 10 years, this guy kind of just took over Florence. This guy just corrupted everybody with the apple. Uh,
He did some really bad things. Where were you?
yeah, like what was Ezio doing in 10 years? Why did it take him 10 years to go back to Florence? Like you're traveling in Italy, bro.
Bro was fucking. I,
Must
I
have
hate to
been.
I hate to point it out, but we all saw what he was like in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but like, come on, 10 years? Like you can't tell me. Like even Katarina was like, get that apple back. 10 years? What are you doing?
Hey man,
And this is just a random ass monk. It wasn't like some high ass Templar, and he was evading them. This was just some monk.
some guy.
It was just some batshit crazy monk. But yeah, so like 10 years passed, and now Ezio's in his like late 30s, and he returns to Florence to get the apple back. Um, And then I thought it was gonna be like a pretty cool. I was pretty excited. I was like, okay, whatever, fine. 10 years. Okay, we're here. And I thought it was gonna be an entire segment, like a new section of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until I walked down the street with Machiavelli, and then he's like, "We have to dismantle this. Let's do it." So I thought there were like gonna be a bunch of missions. No, it's like one mission, and it tells you to kill 9 fucking people. It literally just tells you to kill all these guys. Kill all of them right now. Do it, bitch. You're running around all of Florence, killing these 9 people, and no cutscene or anything. I mean, there's like context and shit, but like, it's not like the rest of the other. It's not like the rest of the game.
Yeah.
You're literally just running around killing 9 people. And then, oh, it was so monotonous. I thought I was praying. I was like, please.
You know what I was gonna say that I'm surprised you didn't mention, but I feel like let's talk about it for a second.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how the Ubisoft checklist really fucking opens up the moment you enter Florence?
Oh, the Ubisoft checklist. Like the Ubisoft connecting?
No, no, no. Like the egregious go collect X collectible, go do X
Yes.
side cut.
Yeah, yeah, that's...
It really opens up post Florence.
I was actually gonna bring that up, because the 9 assassination shit was just so monotonous, and I was just ready to be done with the game at that point. And then it hit me with the go get these fucking codex pages.
Mm-hmm.
The tombs I did on my own because I thought they were, I mean, okay, I can see the appeal in this. All right, let's get this shit done so I can get the armor of Altair. But then, when after I got, done with Florence and I came back, then it was like, actually, Ezio got all the codex pages, so you can't go in here until you get all the codex pages. Um, and then I literally spent the next hour being the most wanted man in all of Italy because I just walk up to a room, kill 3 guys, and walk out with a piece of paper like 16 times. Um, I just hated that.
Yeah.
I think that just doesn't hold up well in this day. Because I really thought it was just like an extra collectible. I mean, yeah, he said like bring me the codex pages, but like I didn't think it was like that much of a big deal. Like I needed it to get the ending of the damn game.
Yeah.
Um,
Understandable.
I just didn't like that. So, and I did this right after
And
the 9
what's
stuff. Yeah.
crazy what's crazy is too is like they only mention it that one time.
Yeah. Yeah, and they said like you
There's
get
no
bonus health. I was like, oh, that's it.
there's never any prevalent force being like, and I know it's annoying to have this in the game, but you also have to hand it to the Legend of Zelda Fairy because hey, listen, like
Yeah.
you should probably go do that for X reason.
Yeah, or like, hey, there's a codex page. Let's go get it. Or like, maybe make it a mission or something instead of just like
Now
just a
something
collectible.
that they now something and something I know I just repeated often, but that they listened to the feedback. Don't worry, they
Oh,
heard my exact words because I'm gonna warn you now. I forget which games do this, but I know in some, even though the codex is less important, some games after that, I think they introduced a like collectible chase cam.
oh, collectible and like what it hones in.
It'll literally be like for example, in AC3 you could be roaming around
Mm-hmm.
and it'll see like you'll see like a glint of it, and as you
Oh,
start to chase it, it'll just start to lock in and it'll become like a whole chase.
okay. I mean, that sounds a bit better. Is it really better?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, because it is better, but I, I also was like, what's the point? After, I mean, sure, you do get some sweet bonuses for collecting the codex in the other games. It's always been true.
Mm-hmm.
But after the stunt they pulled with it literally being mandatory to end the game,
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, come on.
everything else kind of felt a little short sighted.
Wait, so you still need to get collectibles to end the game in the new ones?
No.
Oh, okay.
You do not.
Okay.
But after and I'm sure after you doing it, you're gonna look at a codex and you're gonna be like, what's the point?
I see. I got you.
Like unless you were 100%ing the game for X, Y, or Z reason,
Mm-hmm.
every single codex and the other ones kind of becomes like a oh, yep, there it is.
I see. But yeah, I mean, like, after the Codex and I finally got it, it was like right after that you go to Rome, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to Rome, um, and and I'm gonna be real, like the Rome was kind of a letdown in my opinion.
Oh, I agree, actually.
Yeah, cause like I was like, oh, a new city. I was like, okay, like I'm kind of
You
hesitant
know,
because like new hit city, yeah.
you know what I think the problem was?
What?
I feel like they were building up Rome for the whole game, low key.
Yeah, and then it's just a fucking like single mission. Like you don't even know where you are. You just climb up this wall, and then you're running along like a giant stone like bridge
Mm-hmm.
road or whatever, and you're just fighting dudes. So that, like you're just fighting waves of dudes, and until you get to the Pope.
Yep.
So yeah, I definitely I was like, okay, and
Yeah,
like
I fully agree. It was kind of dumb.
yeah, and then you finally get to the Pope, and then
Especially, especially like I said, and after all this grandiose build up of, oh, we're going to that big city that everyone knows.
yeah, we're going to Roma. And then, I mean, you can tell if you didn't turn around immediately and look at the backdrop, you probably didn't even know it was Rome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was literally just you running along, killing guards. I'd say like 50 damn guards. Oh, and okay, at first I thought the combat was pretty fun,
Mm-hmm.
but then it just got really monotonous really fast. Uh, Especially when you're fighting the really armored guys
Yeah.
who just counterattack everything you throw at them. It was like,
Bro. Okay.
yeah, it's like it's just drawn out.
When I tell you, I cannot stand when the gimmick of an enemy is just, oh, I can infinitely parry you, but good luck trying to parry me.
Yeah, or like you have to wait for them to do something, and then you can get some damage on them.
Yeah, I hate those types of mechanics sometimes, bro.
Yeah, it's even worse because you're surrounded by 8 dudes.
Yeah, in that game, it's egregiously offensive having to be like, oh, I can't fight this dude. It also comes up in the Arkham games too, like having to fight someone with a shield while you're already getting gunned down by 2 dudes and then trying to get stabbed at by 3 other dudes. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, yeah, and then like some of them like don't even let you block. You have to
Yup,
dodge the
yup.
pikemen's.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it was just
Dodge.
yeah. Honestly, that's why like I always kept the smoke. I wish they let you carry more smoke bombs. Um, like if I got surrounded, I just dropped it and then I took out the hidden blades and just went in for the insta kills.
Yup. To try to find the most annoying enemy in the smoke.
Yeah, yeah. That was literally it. That was the strat. Um, what else? And then yeah, you get to the Pope. The Pope fight. I'll be honest. Okay, I like it. But I'm like, how does Ezio know to pull the damn apple out and then make 5 clones of himself? I thought maybe he should probably interact with the apple a bit more.
Yeah, I was like, he should have gotten his ass beat by the ass.
Yeah, so I
I'm
was like,
sorry.
yeah, I think I kind of ruined the fight a bit for myself because as soon as he made the 5 clones of himself, I let them attack the Pope while I stood in the back and I had like 20 throwing knives on me and I just threw throwing knives at him. So it wasn't this climactic battle from my perspective, but I understood the stakes. Um, and so yeah, like, and then after that, like, I was waiting, like, you fist fight the Pope, right? But that part it wasn't my fault, right? Okay, you fist fight the Pope.
Yo, can we talk about why the Pope had
Okay, that's the thing. He never fought back for me. He were like, okay, let's do it like real men. And he just never fought back. It was just me as Ezio pummeling this poor fat dude over and over. He didn't do anything. I just find it
That
funny
was
though,
so
like,
fucked.
he was in an alien vault and the Pope is like, let's throw hands.
Let's do this.
Oh man. But, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty damn good game. Um, but the ending was pretty crazy. I was like fucking aliens and shit. Or like not aliens, but it was, basically aliens.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like in the end, I like the game. I just wish it was a bit better paced. Uh, I wish like the beginning of the game was like the pacing of the rest of the game. Because really, you do like what, like if you break it down, you do like 3 or 4 missions in each area, and then you just moved on. Um,
Yeah, that was kind of it. Each area had its own like set of collectibles and
yeah,
like side missions to go do. Certain like quest givers, I'll call them, to interact with shops.
yeah. You know what? This might be this might come as a shock to you, but
Mm.
I completely forgot the viewpoints were a thing until like I got to Venice. So the entire time I was using the map, I was like,
It was covered up.
yeah, but I didn't know it was covered up. I thought the squares were buildings.
Mm.
So I was like, this is a kind of weird map. Like, there's a lot of damn buildings, but this shit ain't adding up. So I was like, so I was just going to point A to point B. I didn't even know
That's
you could
funny as
fast
hell.
travel until I got to Venice. I was like, okay, there's no way I'm going back to the villa. There's no way I'm going back to the villa.
Bro, you know what I need you to. If you ever get the chance, you ever play Assassin's Creed 1?
No.
I need you to, bro.
No, I heard that's even worse. Cause I talked to Zach after that. He was like, the problems you're describing, it's like the entire game, like the entire first game.
Dude, when I tell you. Oh, and here's the thing. We're talking about. Granted, you're playing PS4,
Yeah.
PS5 loading time, probably Ezio Collection, or PC loading time, Ezio Collection.
Yeah.
Bro, we're talking AC1 locked to the PS3. When I
Oh.
tell you, and entering, leaving a town, and like doing anything like that, loading screen.
Oh man. Actually, I did hate this. How like if it gave you a mission and you backed out, it was a loading screen.
And sometimes, bro, it would be minutes just stuck with my damn horse riding off into oblivion into the Animus, waiting for the game to load, bro.
Yikes. And I heard like the first game was literally just you.
God forbid you left town and then you realized I ran out of throwing knives.
Oh fuck. I thought that was the game. I didn't know fast travel was in the game. I thought in order to get back to the villa to collect everything, I had to go through all of everything.
Hell no, bro.
I was like,
In the
oh
old
no.
days, it was bad, bro. It was bad.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm not. I'm not. I can't do that.
Come on, man.
I can't do that, bro.
Let's do it.
I can't do that, bro. But
Let's do
I can't do it, bro. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do that. I can't do that. I just can't.
it. Ooh. We need to, you know, you know. Hypothetically speaking, of course. Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically.
You could say, what if they introduce, you know how they have the Skyrim Together mod?
Yeah.
We got Oblivion remaster around the corner. I'm just saying.
Oh, I mean, if it works, it would be pretty fun.
That would be
That would be pretty cool.
that that would be a really insane mod development.
Yeah, I don't know. You think they can make something that fast though?
It would not be fast. It would not be fast. And actually, that's something that I feel like people either are gonna be very split on or have definitely have opinions on
Mm-hmm.
whether they should introduce the game with or without mod support.
I think I think they should because like it's a Bethesda game at this point. Like everybody
I,
knows what to expect.
I feel the with mod support would be best, especially because they could go their Bethesda route, which obviously it's controversial. I don't know how you feel about it. I definitely have some opinions about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with their version of mods in game,
I don't like their version, but I think they should have the support.
I don't like their version, but I feel like if they have their version and that comes with the support, I'd be happy with both.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
because I don't like their version, like I just said. But I also have to admit some of the things on there are cool, especially like some of the free stuff I've gotten
Yeah.
that they've just given. It's pretty cool. It's a nice addition.
Yeah. And I
Some
think
some
for
some free houses and
yeah. I think for PlayStation it's the only way to get mods.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it would be pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, like, I think it'd be pretty fun to play co-op Oblivion.
Co-op Oblivion, yeah. Imagine that. That is not something anyone's ever thought of ever. I don't think.
I'm surprised nobody thinks about that. Like, like actually, I'm surprised like why they can't just introduce co-op to some of these games.
Yeah, I feel.
Instead,
And
they like go out of their
you
way to
know
make
what's
a really weird
crazy?
mode instead.
Yeah, you know what's crazy too is that even like Skyrim together barely works.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's buggy as hell the last time I played it. But like, I mean, mechanically it works. So I mean, like, I don't see any problem with having two guys inside a dungeon.
Yeah, no, like I don't understand if it's like their system, you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
I mean like the game engine itself that just can't handle it, or if it's something like written in code.
I don't think it's that. I think it's these guys are just stuck in their ways. I think it's like a design problem. Cause like imagine like Metal Gear Solid 5 co-op. Like you don't have to do anything else. It's just two guys inside a game. But if you gave them that idea,
You,
they'd be
you know
like,
what's crazy too? They already have the fucking snake and raiden suit.
that's the thing. Like it can work, and they know it. Like, but like if you were to bring that idea up, they'd be like, oh, we have to make a separate dedicated mode and everything. But you know for a
And
fact, playing the regular game
you
with two
know,
people it would be kick ass.
I don't understand. Thankfully, we're starting to see some games come around to this. I'm looking at like games like Baldur's Gate. You could do this with Monster Hunter Wilds, where you could
Yeah.
play through the whole story, the entire story mode in some co-op fashion.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a pretty good example, but I did recently finish Dying Light 2,
Mm.
and that game is co-op. Even though it wouldn't make sense for the story, but it's still again like it's still co-op. So
How is that game? I hear it's actually progressively getting better.
Okay, the thing is, I think it's not a bad game. I just don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
I just don't like it um compared to what's it called, the first game. I think the first game is just much better.
Okay.
Um, and the thing is, if I didn't play the first game, I think this game would be pretty alright. Uh, I think the story sucks. It's so bad. Like
Okay.
I
So what are your gripes with the story?
this, bro, it's just so stupid. Like it's so dumb. It's like so pointless. And the characters are just so annoying, in my opinion. I just didn't like anybody at all.
Okay, I understand. Honestly, I fair, and it's kind of crazy too because they had a really well like I you can argue with me here. I almost go to say borderline iconic characters in the first game.
That's the thing, because the first game, the problem with the first game, continuing right after the first game, is you'd most likely only have one iconic character, which is Kyle Crane.
Hmm.
Because after the following DLC, everyone basically dies.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know that, but
Yeah.
they built up you know what I mean. They had
Oh
the
yeah.
writing was there. Like they built up that cast.
I think yeah. I definitely like the cast of the first game a lot better. But like, I think like actually now that you bring about it, like what's it called? I should bring this up. I think also like I don't like the setting of the new one. I like the initial like in a zombie apocalypse. I always like the initial outbreak, like the first couple days, maybe a couple months, rather
Hmm.
than the setting of Dying Light
Like a
2.
like an established
Yeah.
type of.
While like in it's like society as you know it gone to hell. I always like that.
But funny enough, I agree. I actually don't jive with stories that are like. I'm not saying this is what I mean, but I'm just using
Yeah.
as an example. But I'm not talking bad about this movie.
Mhm.
Like Daisy, for example, or World War Z. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like normally, while I like that movie, normally those types of movies where it's like, oh, we have a pre-established outbreak, and you just kind of thrust into this world
Yeah.
unknowingly.
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm more I like the raw reaction of just seeing people's first impressions of what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like
And I think not to borderline back to this, but I think that was something that I think The Last of Us One intro,
that's a yeah,
like
that's a perfect example. Yep.
just the intro part, the prologue area,
Yeah.
nailed it. It
Yeah.
nailed
I always
Sarah's
like
death,
the
the whole scene and everything, 9 yards,
yeah,
nailed it.
definitely.
That was Outbreak Day.
I think that was like the best part of the game in my opinion. In my
I
opinion,
agree.
I love that beginning part. It was because like it's so there's something about like, it's so contrasting, right? Everything you know it gone to hell. It's so like it's just so abrupt. It's so crazy. I think it's like what would you do? And I think
I think
it captures
I
it
think
perfectly.
also I think also playing from Sarah's perspective really amplified the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's so good.
because you're helpless. Because you don't know, like, quite literally what happened in that game is what would happen. What would you do if that happened right now? Suddenly, right now. Um, and like I think it's just amazing. I like that. That was my favorite part of the game. Uh, actually, but yeah, like comparing that to like Dying Light 2, where like it's like a couple of years in. I literally kept on thinking about The Last of Us while I was playing, just because like it's just everything is like the worst of everything has already passed, and right now it's just like it's human politics playing it again. It's just human relations and multiple human groups just vying for control. It's just I'm not into that.
It's yeah, it's not an interesting component to I feel like a lot of those stories.
Yeah, I like it takes the horror like when you go into like the complexity of like human politics and because like it's literally just like these multiple groups fighting for survival, yeah, but they're just fighting for control, and it takes it away from the horror element, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree because I feel like once you start diving back into the human politics aspect, and it becomes that like fight for control, like you said,
Yeah,
you're kind of like,
it becomes a
well,
different
what
story.
about what about the active like supernatural horror presence that like we actively
Yeah,
have to deal with.
yeah. What happened to the hell?
Like you know what's one story that I think did both of these things really well, but to be fair, it's like a long established story. Um, it was Planet of the Apes
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
because you have the initial outbreak,
Yep.
you then have like
The slow build up.
and sure like it becomes not only monkey to monkey politics, but eventually human to monkey, and then fighting for survival and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I I think like in that instance it works so well solely because like you you still had a threat.
Yeah.
Like sure the situation changed, but you still had a major threat where in those situations, like specifically in a zombie situation where they try to do those things,
Mhm.
a lot of times they'll start to focus more on the human side of the things and
Yeah.
forget like we had an active threat before we even had this somewhat safety or somewhat control over our lives.
Yeah. It's like The Walking Dead. Like the early seasons were always about the zombies, and then slowly it
Yeah,
became.
yeah, like literally like I was gonna say like the day the prison fell, and that was huge because that was like that was one of their only big fucking home bases for a chunk of that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you see it all go to shit, and you're like, oh fuck, like that matters.
Yeah. And then yeah. Then
And then the
like
show goes to shit.
yeah. Basically, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't know. But like, yeah. There's something about the initial chaos and just everything breaking apart, and then yeah. But yeah, that was my problem with Dying Light 2. The horror element, the shock and everything is just gone. The characters just weren't as good. Um, and I'm telling you, man, when I say the story is stupid, it's probably the dumbest. Yeah, I have to say, yeah, it's something. It's okay. It's one of the dumbest things I can recall ever. Like it's really bad. It's really bad.
Mm.
It's so bad. Um, I mean, I can tell you if you don't care about spoilers.
No, I don't give a shit.
All right, so
I don't I like if I have intention of playing Dying Light, I'm playing more so for the gameplay updates than I am just story.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The gameplay is pretty
Because
fun, but sometimes it's really
because
clunky.
Because even in like the first game, I didn't actually care about the story until like I looped around at some point.
Yeah.
I just kind of blitzed through it, skipped all cutscenes, and was like, all right, where's my good guns?
The problem is like the story is so because like the first game is like it's still like a zombie game, right? It's a horror game, and this game is
Yeah,
still a zombie game, but it's like Walking Dead post season 5 or something.
yeah.
So it's heavily reliant on like human this, human that, human that. I'm like, oh, so. But basically, like, bro, to sum it up, this guy, the main character Aiden,
Mm-hmm.
it's been since the beginning. It's like I'm here to look for my sister. I'm looking for my sister, and him and his sister have been like experimented on by like the GRE, which is like I guess like the global government or something, head of the. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
special group of the government researching the virus. So they were experimented on, and that was like when they were kids, like they were 5, and
Yeah.
like they got separated somehow, and he's been trying to find her ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to the city, and then I can't be bothered to go through all of it. Human politics this, human politics that. He gets to he helps all these various factions. Either he helps the peacekeepers, or he helps like the human survivors, or this and that. They're all trying to fight against the renegades, which the renegades are like remnants of the old army. But
Yeah.
basically, he goes through all of this, and the main problem is the city, they shut off the power. But this one dude named Waltz, who happens to be the head scientist of the same project that was experimenting on him when he was 5, uh, this guy this guy's the main bad guy, and he's trying to look for this GRE key, and the GRE key, I'm sorry, I'm doing a real bad job of this because I'm just
You're
remembering.
okay, bro.
So
You're okay.
this one guy who was working with the Renegades escapes, and he meets up with
We
Aiden.
sorry to cut you off. We do not accurately summarize video games on this podcast. What we do is abridged versions.
Yeah, heavily abridged. Um, so this one guy named Dylan, who was a former Renegade and worked with Waltz, escapes Waltz with the GRE key. And what a GRE key is like, it's like a skeleton key for basically all the systems, I guess. Everything, anyone who has a GRE key can activate whatever in the city. Um,
Yeah.
so Dylan escapes Waltz, gives the key to Aiden, and tells him to keep it out of Waltz's hands. The reason why is because Waltz wants to use that key to turn back on the power so
Mm-hmm.
he can access this secret GRE facility.
Okay.
Now, later on, you find out that the reason why Dylan wants to keep the key out of Waltz's hand is because if you turn on the power to the city and access that GRE facility, it will also
Mm-hmm.
activate this weird safe protocol or whatever, where it would launch missiles and nuke the entire city.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
so that's why Aiden has to keep it, but you don't learn about this until like later on, like really late, a lot later. Like in my opinion, the guy should have mentioned that right away. Instead, he's like, "There's no time. There's just no time." He does that stupid thing. There's just no time. Just literally say it's gonna cause the entire city to get blown up. Um, so you find out the reason why Waltz wants to turn on the facility is because it's the only facility left on the entire planet that has the equipment and everything they need to still make it pure,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the only one that can still save Mia, who
Okay.
is Aiden's sister.
Okay. Okay.
So Aiden is spending the entire game trying to find his sister, and
Precarious.
he's trying to
Precarious design.
go through all the human political faction bullshit. He's trying to find Mia. So you find out, why does Waltz want to save Mia? Well, you find out it's because Waltz is the father of Mia. So when you hear this, oh, Waltz must be Aiden's dad. No,
but they have separate fathers.
no. Aiden is just batshit crazy. Mia isn't even his sister.
Oh,
Mia isn't even his sister. I don't know why
wait, who the fuck is me?
apparently they're just childhood friends, and he was stupid and he was somehow so dumb or something that he just misremembers her and thinks she's his sister, but really she's Walt's daughter. And Waltz this entire time wants to get the key so he can activate the facility and find a cure to save his sick daughter. And he's been experimenting on kids all those years ago to try to find a legitimate cure to the Haran virus,
Yeah.
but also to cure his daughter. And like he even like he knows like Aiden, and the entire game he's like they do like that stupid ass shit like I'm about to tell you, but something interrupts me, and then we get separated. Waltz
Okay.
knows Aiden and like knows he's like a childhood friend of Mia, but like
And he's like, don't do this.
yeah, and like but every time like he's about to tell Aiden something or like tell like lord up Aiden, something happens and interrupts him, and Aiden is just doesn't find out at all, which is so stupid because like the first time he's like, Aiden, you're alive? And then he gets shot by this bitch named Lawan. and then Lawan comes out of nowhere. Lawan, who doesn't know Aiden, is like, I'll save you. Here, follow me. And then they run away from Waltz.
Wasn't that a point of controversy that all like some of the enemies in the game had guns, but you couldn't get one yourself?
Um, I think that might have been in the first game. I'm not sure because
I thought
nobody
that
had
was
guns.
okay. I was gonna say I thought that was in the second game, but I'm crazy.
I think the controversy about that in the second game was that there were just no guns at all.
Yeah.
But then they
Okay.
did add in guns. But the thing is, like, the context behind it is so stupid.
Because I was gonna say, you said he shoots him, so I was like, wait, so that means they had guns in the story then, the
Oh,
whole
okay.
time?
He gets shot by a crossbow. They have
Okay,
bows and
okay,
arrows. Yeah, they
okay.
have crossbows and bows and arrows. Um, and there is like a weird gun, like a makeshift hand cannon you can use. It's more of a tool rather than an actual gun, though. But yeah, they do have guns now. Um, but yeah, like, cause now it's just uh, yeah, but like after that, like plot, because the plot contrives is he, at the perfect time, the context just doesn't get told. Um, and so that yeah, at the end, at the end, what? Waltz dies, but then he tells Aiden everything. Aiden's like, Mia's not my sister, but then like Aiden's turning into a volatile or whatever, and then
Mm.
the missiles are being launched, and then they keep forcing this stupid ass romance between Aiden and Lawan. I fucking hate that bitch, bro. She's so annoying. She's so annoying. Um,
Mm.
so Lawan's like trying to sacrifice herself, and Waltz is like, "Don't let her blow up the missiles. Because like, the only way to stop the missiles is to blow them up in the facility right here, right then, or like
Okay,
let them blow up the city." And Waltz doesn't
okay.
want it to blow up the facility because he needs the facility. Um, so Lawan's like, "I'll sacrifice myself to blow up the missiles in this facility. Everyone get out the building." So I took the ending where like I'm gonna listen to Waltz because Waltz is he's the bad guy, but he's like the only sane person here in
Sensible
my,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
like in my opinion. Everyone is crazy, even Aiden. Aiden is just crazy. He's batshit crazy. How do you like mistake someone for your blood sibling? What?
Yeah, that's kind of nuts, not gonna lie.
And he's not like 30 years old, and he might be misread. He's like 20, like early 20s.
Mm.
And bro, it's just so dumb. And then so like I got the ending where like I quote unquote saved Lawan. That was not my intention. I just didn't want the facility to get blown up. So I saved
Yeah.
Lawan, and the city gets blown up. But then right after that, he just leaves.
Mm.
He literally just leaves the play the area. Like Villador is the place. He just leaves, and he's like, I'm infected, but I found something special. I fucking hate this game. I can't. I hate this game. It's so dumb. But yeah. Actually, you don't even know what happens to Mia.
Oh, so you never even find out.
Well, no, you find Mia, but like,
No, you can find out like at the end result.
yeah, the end result. Cause like, this one guy is like, I got Mia, get out of here. Waltz is dead.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So the GRE key, you know how what happens to this? I hate this. I fucking hate this game so much.
So like the GRE key can do pretty much anything you need it to in the city.
Yeah, and you know what happens to it? So
Fucking
they
destroyed, I assume.
yes, literally destroyed, but in the dumbest way.
The exact opposite problem we had with the Apple of Eden.
Yes, but it's destroyed in this dumbest way because they need the GRE key to shut down the missiles or whatever or something. I
Okay.
don't fucking know. But literally, they literally clumsy it, you know, like, oh no, I smack it out of your hand and it falls in lava. It literally falls in lava and gets destroyed.
That's fucking nuts.
I just can't.
That's literally what we suggested with the fucking Apple of Eden.
Yeah, yeah, literally. Yes, literally yes, yeah, yep. But it's like they weren't even trying to. They were so stupid. Like Walt just smacks it out of Mia's hand and then it just falls into the lava. It's so dumb. This that story is such dog shit. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad.
I'm sorry you had such a bad time with Dying Light's story.
I had so much. I thought it was going to be so much. I thought like it all builds up and it just falls apart. It was just building.
Especially that's like I said, that was surprising because like I mean, Crane is him, bro. Like he's just written in video game history now.
That's the thing. That makes me appreciate the first game even more. Like, I mean, in there's the new games coming out with Dying Light the Beast, where you play as him again.
As Crane?
Yeah, it's set, I think, a year after Dying Light 2.
Mm.
So, but I mean, like, yeah, the game is fun, but the story really just killed it for me, and no, I just don't really want to play it anymore.
Mm.
Which, yeah, I mean, like, some people can still play it, but me, I just can't. I just can't play it. I just can't. But yeah, like, talking about good games though. So like, I finished AC2, and I started Brotherhood. Dude, it's like, I wanna play, bro. I wanna keep playing Brotherhood because I literally just finished the game. I finished Dying Light 2 like 2 days ago, and I started Brotherhood like a couple days ago. But Brotherhood is so fucking good. It's so good. It starts right after AC2, which I was completely shocked. It's like I was like, did they read my save or something? What? Like I thought I was playing AC2 when the game started. I was like, whoa! And then I even had the knife. Okay. I completely got duped. I thought it would I thought it read my save file and like I had everything from like AC2 carry over to AC, you know, AC Brotherhood. I was like, because like, I had the knife. I had the big, you know, the big Dorito knife. I used the sword of Altair. I wore the armor of Altair, and the Florins looked to be the correct amount. And I had everything. I was like, what? That's crazy. And then the opening.
What?
Oh yeah, but they pull. I think this was like the original Ground Zeroes. It's like in Ground Zeroes when you lose everything. The Vila gets attacked. Oh my god! But like it's so good. The music when it's happening, and then how everything just happens, and like you know, Ezio's sleeping with Katarina, and then suddenly a fucking cannonball just crashes through the room and destroys my armor. It's a direct hit on my armor of Altair. It destroys it.
Yo, the
And
biggest
then,
fuck you to all those Codex pages you gotta go get.
oh my god, and like it rubs it in your face. But I loved it. It was awesome. It was so good. It tugged everything. It pulled emotions. I haven't felt emotions like this in forever. In forever. It's so good. I haven't felt anything like this in so long. It's, and then it's like Armor of Altair, lost. Sword of Altair, lost. All your money, lost. Everything. The entire villa is just being destroyed. That city, the investments you made,
Yo,
rebuilding everything, it just gets torn apart, and you see everyone running for their lives. The buildings falling apart, your place, your sanctuary getting destroyed, and then the music while it's happening. It's like this chorus, this land chorus as the Borgia army closes in. And I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it. You go over the wall and it's like a full-fledged army. It's like chaos everywhere. I'm like, whoa! And then you get on the cannon and you have to shoot down the catapults and everything, and then oh man, and then the combat. The combat is so good. It's so good because you got
it's
the
so much better
execution.
in this
You
game.
got. I love Brotherhood. I love Brotherhood. It's so good. I want to get in some fights because like you execute the execution streak. It's so good. Oh my god. And then like how they actually he kills her like he uses the gun mid combat. It's so good.
Yes.
And then like everything falls apart. And then the music is so good. Oh,
AC2 pretty much just did everything that AC1 wanted to do, or AC2 wanted to do, but
yeah.
just so much better.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I love this game. I'm still really early in. Like, I think I just got the Thieves Guild set up. I talked to Lavopa, the Thieves dude. I just got that
Mm-hmm.
place set up. So I'm still pretty early in the game. Um, but man, it's so good. It's so good. And like Rome. I'm still in the beginning of Rome, but like the city is just. It was a really nice break from all the other Italian cities like Venice. Like I really like the cities, but like over like after playing in the cities for a while, it's like they're just palette swapped in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like Florence is like reddish orange, Venice is blue, and then that one place is like just countryside. But the horse riding feels good. I hated riding horses in AC2. It was just so floaty. Um, but damn, oh my god. I was like, damn, we had it good back then. We had it good.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, I actually, okay, I gotta give credit to. I was pretty surprised in AC2 when you were able to play as Altair and you were an Acre.
mm,
I was very surprised about that. Um, And I was also pretty surprised whenever you bought like upgrades and armor pieces, it appeared on you. I
yeah,
really appreciated that. Um, Especially the knife pouches. I was like, whoa, they actually appeared.
that was so sick to see.
So I was pretty happy. I think the game AC2 is pretty good. It's just there's I think it was definitely a product of its time though. I think it's still good. It's just pacing issues. That's it. Um,
I feel like where the game suffered is probably just where most games of that tier would have suffered.
yeah,
Time has not aged it
yeah.
any better.
Which is pretty interesting because I keep on hearing people say like they're remaking Black Flag.
Yeah,
Why are they remaking that one instead of like remaking AC2?
honestly, I don't know. I feel like if anything, it might have to do with them trying to recuperate loss from Sea and Bones or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah,
Or, or Skull and Bones.
yeah, because they want to get into like the boat action, like
Mm-hmm. I feel
oh,
like they're trying to recoup their losses, especially because, and if we're gonna talk about this game, let's talk about you know this little bit of controversy. If we're gonna talk about Marathon, right?
yeah,
and the animation usage, I I guarantee you it's gonna be a similar case of this where like they're probably gonna use it in the development of the next thing, and
They're gonna repurpose the assets.
so I'm pretty sure a lot of the AC4 boat mechanics will be either heavily reworked mechanics of the sea and bone system or whatever the fuck the game's called,
Uh huh.
or it'll be like just the existing one, like one for one type of deal.
I see.
But I feel like it would probably be like a more rework.
Thing is like, oh damn, I see what you mean, but like they could have. I feel like they could have found a way to put that kind of stuff into AC2, right? Cause like,
It's a tough one. Like I'm not sure. Honestly, you know what I think AC2 would really deserve
hmm,
if they were ever to remake it?
what?
I feel like I'm not saying this at all. But what I'm saying is, have you played or played Ghost of Tsushima?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So like when you really get into the flow of combat, it feels just like that. A flow, like it feels seamless, it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
If they could find a way to change AC's combat to feel like that for an AC2 remake, I feel like that would give Ezio the proper treatment he would deserve, because I feel like that's kind of where the game shines.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think they could have also. I think. I think they could also use it as an opportunity to like flesh out flesh out the story a bit more. With the pacing problem.
I agree.
I think they could have also diversified the cities, made them a bit more, definitive in their own regards, similar to what they did with Rome in Brotherhood.
Yeah. You know, you know what I suggest? Because I feel like the pacing after a review they probably will change up the pacing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I think the game could use some attention is make like kind of the economy. I guess I would say like I always felt like, how do I put this? 'Cause I'm trying to find the right, almost de-Ubisoft the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Make make things like a little less. I guess introduce quality of life is the word I'm trying to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because there's some things that over time, after you do it the first few times, you're like, okay, yeah, this is cool, and then the second like umpteenth thousandth time that you do it, you're like, okay, can
Yeah, you gotta change something up.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think, because that was my problem with AC too, like after, I don't know, like they needed a bit more. Because like once you got the basics down, it's like it's just that. But for the rest of the game, I think you gotta have
yeah. I
something.
feel I feel I feel like that was kind of my issue. It's like once you play that little like first few hours, it doesn't really evolve much more than there. Where
Hmm.
Brotherhood right up the fucking gate,
Oh
you kind
yeah,
of you feel the difference. You just feel the difference, even the gameplay.
yeah. Like I heard, like everyone says it's like a more refined version. Like everything they took from AC2, like they just took it and made it better. You could really feel it. Um, but yeah, like yeah. I don't think, unfortunately though, I have to throw this out. I don't think they're gonna be. I just don't have faith in Ubisoft anymore.
No, hey, that was never in the cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ubisoft now is just not Ubisoft back then. I think like back then, like I considered them like the lesser of all the evils.
Funny enough, I would 1,000% agree.
Yeah, it's just now.
I
Now
feel
it's
like
not like that.
they definitely were the lesser of all evils. They weren't as um what's the right word, like
Greedy, like Well, I mean,
they
they were
were
greedy, but like
no
they
no
weren't.
no no no. Let's call it what it is. They flat out were not as greedy as they were today. Like
Yeah,
when you bought a game, you got what you got. Like for the price.
yeah, you got your money's worth. Even though like the game might not be up to your expectations, you did get like a lot of content from it, and they always did support it for a while. Even if it didn't do initially good, but then like something happened and then they stopped doing that. Um, Actually, Did you hear like the recent thing with them?
What's
Like
that?
they're
What's
saying
that?
you don't own your games. I mean, they've been saying that for a while, but like now it's like it's
Yeah.
it's not being argued in the courts.
Yeah, I have
Um,
seen this, unfortunately.
so yikes, I can't believe it.
Some,
We went from like EA. EA used to be the worst, but now like
yeah, it's Yubi.
yeah, it's like it's Ubi now. Like what the fuck?
And it's something that interests me about that is I feel like that was a popular opinion. Like what you and I said was not like controversial in the slightest.
Yeah,
I feel like we just said like that was a popular opinion. Like Ubisoft really had a good reputation.
they threw it all away. They, I literally just can't believe like something. I don't know what happened, but something horrible happened, and like they just
What management changed?
I don't know. I just
What,
don't
what,
know.
what, and for all we know, it really could be anything.
Yeah, cause oh, I don't know.
But
Like it has to be. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess because like these these games suck now. I don't know when was the last good Ubisoft game. Um, I think like like I don't know.
Ubisoft is a dying company.
Yeah, because isn't like
Ubisoft.
like actually okay. The more I think about it now, man, the more I hate. Cause like, look at what they did to Rainbow Six, bro. They don't even make Tom Clancy games anymore.
Nah, dude, it says Tom Clancy right there. What are you talking about?
Bro, I can't believe like they try to put Tom Clancy's name in X Defiant.
Wasn't that without his permission?
Yeah, cause he's dead.
Or like, yeah, well, you know
Yeah,
what I meant.
yeah.
Like without like proper proper asking of family and whatnot. Like without his
I think so.
quote
Yeah,
unquote go ahead.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure whoever like still in their family like owns that name,
yeah. The estate.
yeah, they still they I think the estate they still control like what's the final what is Tom Clancy and what's not.
Yeah. Now they quite literally just use his name.
They literally just use it for shows.
It's terrible. And like the shit that he's involved. Like, he wouldn't like any of this at all.
It's literally just Amazon.
Oh man, yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, Tom Clancy's
just
Jack
am
Ryan, Tom Clancy's No
just
Without Remorse
fucking
or whatever. Yeah.
just Amazon shows, bro. Repeated Amazon shows.
What happened to Rainbow Six?
What happened to the bombastic novels of military heroism and stealth operations and
What happened to Splinter Cell? Dude, what happened to the Splinter Cell remake? They said they were remaking it, but then like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even want to see a remake anymore. I'm too scared. I'm too scared they're gonna fuck it up. I don't have any faith in them.
yeah, I don't either.
Let's see what else. I think I had one more thing, but completely forgot.
Here, just give me 1 second.
Got it, got it.
Need to go to the bathroom. 1 second. Hello?
Hello.
What's up? Hello?
Uh,
um,
did you hear that? What's it called? They're not selling the Switch in China either now.
excuse me, either.
Yeah.
Where else are they not selling the Switch?
Actually, okay, I might have to reread that. Either they stopped, they're not selling it in this, because they're not. Okay, they might be just canceling pre-orders in China. I could have sworn it said, um, what's it called here? Is it just a pre-order cancel in America right now, or are they just not selling it in America?
That is interesting, though.
Let's see. It says it's indefinitely delayed.
Oh, that's oh, that's bad.
Yeah, so it's not coming to China anytime soon, it seems like, unless something gets resolved.
Yeah. Is that something to do with like the tariffs and
Could
all that
be. Yeah,
regulations?
Um, here.
Because, I mean, that would bring a lot of, that brings a lot of economy anyway.
All I see right now is news saying that China-made Switch 2 will be tariffed 145%. Here, let me...
That's pretty bad.
Because I saw an article from IGN saying,
So we're looking at the $600 Switch. Yikes.
the hurdles to success in China remain high. They need to improve the consumer experience while complying with government policies. Adds that console and software release that will need to go through approval. It seems like it might be a completely different thing because it hasn't been approved by the Chinese government. Because for anything to be sold in China, they gotta go through like a very, I guess, strenuous process of, well, they tear apart the software and hardware and look at every little thing.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's because of that. Here, I'm trying to find that IGN article.
No, but that is interesting. Not something I didn't hear about this.
Damn, I guess I was high or something because I don't see it anymore now. Oh, The Last of Us came out.
Hey, the show did.
Yeah, did you see it?
I did not. I didn't even bother.
Are you planning on watching it or just no? I'm gonna have to probably eventually watch it.
I'm in the same boat. Like, I will eventually watch it, but do I like? I guess the question is, do I really don't want to?
I don't want to, but I know it's just inevitable at this point.
Cause like,
oh wait, did we talk about the complete edition too? The Last of Us.
That was new. That just happened.
Yeah. I can't wait to play The Last of Us again.
So, yeah, they randomly decided that, so after us remastering both the second and the first game back to back, let's not double down, no. Triple down almost. And remaster it again.
There's just something wrong with these people.
Unless Naughty Dog releases a new project that is not their anti-Christian, hyper-feminist, odd-looking space game that I'm not really interested in.
Yeah, intergalactic.
Yeah.
But dude, it's intergalactic. It's intergalactic, bro.
see, and I'm just not excited for it. I'm honest.
Do you think Naughty Dog fell off? You
I
think the Naughty
think I
Dog
think
you know is gone?
I think the problem is they are being led by a very Jewish man who wants to put his very Jewish beliefs.
Oh no! He's Jewish?
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
didn't
know
know
that.
that?
No, I didn't.
That's why in The Last of Us 2, there's literally a whole segment where I mean you could obviously not do it, but it's literally one of the first areas in the game where they open up exploration, so it's kinda hard not to. You go into a synagogue.
Really? Oh.
You can't even it's also you can't shoot anything in said synagogue.
Oh, okay. I've seen that. Like some guy tried to throw a Molotov, but it
Mm-hmm.
just literally won't let you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see. I didn't even realize when I was playing it was a synagogue. I was just going through buildings. But then, like, I saw the
That's
host. I was like, whoa, okay.
yeah, no, you and it, it I don't know, it's kinda tough. Because I don't believe that it's the entire thing, but when I say I'm not excited for a game about religion being led by a man who made the most uh like SJW
Yeah.
anti-Christian fem Nazi
Yeah, it
um
sounds more like he's trying to cater to there's like legit times when you can like there's definitely games and media out there that where like it criticizes religion, but like there's for some reason like recently we have a lot of slop that's like religion bad.
yeah.
Yeah, like I definitely get what you mean. Yeah, you definitely see a lot of it here and there.
and and I'm not excited like especially because the fact that like if you if you really look at it like it's one thing to be like religion is bad and just have it be that. It's another thing to be like religion is bad. But here's my point of view. Um, and then you're gonna tell me that that same dude who had that aspect in The Last of Us 2 is gonna go and make an entire game about religion. Like,
Yikes.
what are we doing?
Yeah, it seems like he's just gonna turn into his own personal rant.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Be very serious right now.
I don't know. It seems like he's taking control of Naughty Dog entirely now, too.
It, I mean, I can't blame you. It's hard not to see it that way. That because every single thing they've done post Last of Us One that wasn't Uncharted. Hell no, I might even be wrong. I think he might have even been Uncharted 4. He's been the face of.
Oh, I know there used to be, what's her name? Amy Hennig, but I don't know what happened to her now. And then there used to be Bruce Staley or Straley, but he's gone too now. I don't know. I just, I feel like, I can't help but feel like he's making these games to cater to that weird audience. Like, it's not, like, the themes that goes through the themes are in these games just don't seem like genuine. It's like so
Yeah.
cookie cutter. Like
Yes.
revenge bad. And then there's like people out there who like they eat it up. They're like it's like the best damn game I've ever played. I think the first game is pretty good, but like to say the second game is the best game you've ever played, like what the fuck is wrong with you? like
So And I'm about to speak. I'm gonna speak something really controversial here, but you ready?
Just say it, bro. Say it.
I think if we were really gonna make a game about religion, why don't we talk about how all religion has become in modern day is a monetary scam, a
Yeah.
shallow view of its own beliefs, and why don't we talk about how, despite there being so many religions, all of them have the exact same common theme, message, and almost general timeline.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, wait. It's probably because like they all stem from what is it? The Old Testament.
I believe so. But you know, like,
Yeah.
why don't we talk about those ideas
Yeah.
instead of just religion bad?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now they're really like tackling religion bad. Um.
Or instead of like like you know what's something I personally would support? Instead of the modern man is bad, why don't we talk about the reasons why like men are bad? You know, why don't we
Yeah.
talk about the reasons women are fucking
Yeah.
bad? Like,
Bro, you're gonna hate
why?
the show. I heard like there's like a subtle novelty to that here and there. They're always trying to take pot shots in these kind of things.
Like it's so it, and
Yeah.
every time I see it, like one way or the other, it's just like such an eye roll.
Yeah.
That's honestly how I feel. It's such a boring eye roll. I'm just like, okay, we get it. You
Oh.
don't.
Yep.
We get it. You're misogynist. Oh, we get it. You're a misandrist. Like, yeah, move on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's so prevalent in a lot of media now. It's like,
It's so much media.
oh, I think the only way you can get escape from it is like stuff from Japan or like stuff out of America. Like,
And that's literally where I've only ever found in media. Listen to me, in media, everything I consume from Japan has always had a symbol, like in terms of men and women relations, has always had a good sense of equality,
yeah.
respect. Even in pieces of media where there's some oddities,
Yeah.
there's always those that are not like that. Because I mean, hey, we're all gonna have odd pieces of media. Um,
Hmm.
Final Destination exists, and that is considered a movie. I consider that a nightmare gore fest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, looking at the Human Centipede, but
Actually, yeah, wait. I was thinking about something like similar to that. It was like, damn, I completely lost the thought now. There's like a lot
how
of like, yeah,
there's always a bad apple in everything.
but there's also like a weird double standard. Like something like, if you see this in this media, the people complaining about don't realize that it exists in like this other.
Okay, yes, okay. That you know what we need to talk about then.
What?
Let's talk about the goonerization of the world.
Okay, yep.
Because I wish I could just say it was gaming. I wish I could just say it's my media, but no, I see it everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all are some freaks.
There are some freaks out there, yeah.
Um,
But there's like, it's weird though, cause like if they see you,
gooner ads everywhere, bro.
but like
It does not matter where.
there's like a double standard. Cause like, alright, I'm gonna be honest. There's some gooner skins in Marvel Rivals. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm. I mean Emma Frost, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to admit, I don't mind it. I like it. I like seeing that stuff. No, I wouldn't. You know, I think there's a limit, but there's people who are getting like real ass mad but I bet you if you check their history, there's like some real fucked up shit. You know, like whenever like there's that stuff in video games, people get really mad about it. But then like if you check books, I didn't even know this, and I might be like outing myself because I don't read that much. There's not a lot of books I read now.
Is it
Um,
50?
Actually, that is an example. That is an example. But like in books, there's just that stuff, but like all like descriptive. It's like it's the most raw descriptive thing you could read. Um, like for example, it's in stuff that you wouldn't even think it would be. Like okay, you know that movie Wicked?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about the book that it was based off of?
No. No.
The book
Well,
is pretty
I need
fucked
you.
up, I heard.
I need you to explain this to me because you're the only person who's actually ever offered. So please, I'm all ears.
I never read it, but I did hear people discuss it, and there's like a weird like there's a couple weird things that I bet you if it was depicted in video games or something. Actually, I think it's weird. It would be weird, but like the stuff that they're complaining about in video games exists. Like there's even worse stuff that exists in like other mediums like in books. So basically, in Wicked, what happened is I don't know exactly because like I only caught like it was like in like a blurb like of a news like an article that I read.
Mm-hmm.
It was like somehow they got down to like describing her pubes, and then
Don't we give us a
yeah
best views?
yeah something about her pubes and like well some for some reason you gotta know her it's purple. Somehow like you have to know that, but then like that's not even the like there's something else too like about like there's like an animal orgy.
Okay, but like, you know what's crazy is like even in the most hypersexualized animes, games, and stuff like that,
Yeah,
okay, look, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. A lot of the stuff that I've personally witnessed that have been hypersexualized in this way, they never go under the underwear because under the underwear is something else.
yeah, yeah,
Um, that's gross though. Like, ew.
yeah. And again, like there's like
And
the
and
stuff with
and
the
and
animals. I was like, what the
and
fuck?
and people might also be like, oh, I'm trying to ignore the stuff with the animals right now, but
I'm like,
the
what the
whole puke thing,
fuck?
the whole puke thing, people might be like, oh, so what? You have pubes too? Like, yeah, no shit, but like, wouldn't you feel grossed out if someone was like, yeah, my pubes are they like this
Yeah,
length and they're curly and they're shaven and I do this to them every time I go to shave? Like that's no one. I don't like unless I'm like intimate with you. I don't want to know that from you. That's
yeah, like,
gross.
and that's the thing. I
Like
don't
I
even
consider
understand the
that gross to
context.
know.
What do you guys
Yeah, like
like? What's the context? There's no context that can justify that.
that's just gross.
Yeah, but like that's like, but then like that really opened my eyes because I started seeing this trend. It's like the joke now is like, women read that shit. And then like it
Oh no,
completely
women goon in public all the time.
it completely flopped everything I knew. I was like, this is so casual. It's in like all the romance books. Like I thought it was
Bro, the next time you see a woman reading in public,
yeah, it's exactly. It's completely different now. I can't. It's completely different now. She's gooning in public. Oh man, I used to think it was like
because here's the thing, right? I'm gonna flip it on a situation and hear me out. You're immediately gonna be like, yeah, you're in the wrong because if I'm watching anime on my phone and something brazen comes up, because like I guarantee you 90% of the book is everything else about,
Yeah.
the whole Wizard of Oz that we know and love.
Yup.
But then you're gonna look at my screen, or you're gonna look at my phone or something, or you're gonna be like, oh, what are you watching? I'm gonna show you, and I'll be like, oh, this is a bad place. And then you're
Yeah.
gonna judge me. But if I open your book,
Yeah, you see a bunch of animals. Well, you can't see it.
that's
You read the description of it.
that's like so much worse, bro.
It's descriptive, bro. It's descriptive. That's the thing. Like the
That
joke is
is
like when you think
so
of
much
romance
worse.
novels, it's like and it's apparently it's the entire genre. Apparently, it's the entire genre. That's what I'm getting off. Like that's the impression I'm
Oh
getting.
yeah. Mhm.
I used to think it was like, and they lived happily ever after. I was like, bro, I wish it was
Mhm.
just that. No, I wish it was just that now, though.
Nah, bro. They be in them romance novels be steamy. Be getting my face red.
Bro, I like, bro, I just can't, I can't even read that. I can't even read that. I can't even I don't want to comprehend that. It's like, I saw a video, right? It was like, they were doing that, like we listen and we don't judge. You hear about that?
Mhm.
And it was just like, she was just reading all the books and like the synopsis or whatever.
Mm.
It, it's so bad. It's just so bad.
Brian,
What?
can I make this oh so much worse for you?
What, bro? How can it get worse?
Let me open your eyes to the wonderful and terrible world of you have something in your phone. My brother, you ever heard of fan fiction?
Yeah, fan fiction?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Fan
it's
fiction.
weird.
Yeah. We all know fan fiction. You know Wattpad a little bit, I assume. We've seen Wattpad in the
Oh,
past, probably from like
yeah,
a YouTube video.
yeah, Wattpad.
Bro, what do you think is on a woman's Wattpad? Just 90% guess.
Well, that's the thing. I've been exposed to the memes, and these memes have been a while, but I've never paid them any mind. But the more I think about it now, I think it's probably some of the most unspeakable horrors you could imagine. It's
Remember,
probably the source of good in
remember,
itself.
remember, bro. When I jerk off, I go to my room.
They read the shit in public. Oh my god, they read it at the coffee shop, bro. Bro, how do they do that? Wait here, let me.
No, of course, reading and jerking off, two different things.
Yes.
Jokes aside, but it is just kind of crazy how, that's why I pulled up the anime thing, like, and I'm not even saying like if you're a man, I'm just saying like stigma in general. Like you see that, and
In
most
public,
people are
yeah.
gonna most people are gonna react negatively.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I'm gonna be honest. Like I understand
yeah,
why.
I would too.
I
Yeah,
would
I
too.
would
Yeah.
too. But I mean, like I can't say the same about a woman reading a book. Like yeah. Now I'm gonna look at her a little different. I'm gonna try to read that synopsis. I'm gonna.
Bro, she's doing it in the morning too, at the coffee shop. She's sipping on coffee. They were doing this the entire time. They call us
Cause
animals.
you know, I was trying to launch an adventure about some dude become the pirate king, and then now they're flashing titties at my face, and you get mad at me.
Yeah.
But You willingly picked up the Gooner book.
And they disguise
you,
it. They disguise it as romance.
and you expect me not to have a response.
I'm starting to think, low key, I don't know, man. I'm starting to think men might be a bit more innocent than than women at this point. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah, it's it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
I mean, it is.
It's
And then there's like this. I mean, they always go crazy about the stuff in video games. But like, really, yeah, like the stuff in
I
video
haven't
games
even
never.
touched this stuff in video games topic until let's talk about it now. Mainly because I think the closest example of the video games is like stuff in movies, and bro, men in movies, yikes,
Mm.
yikes, 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 yikes.
I haven't seen enough movies. I haven't seen enough movies to be honest.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me just draw you a quick picture because I know one that you have seen. Captain America, right?
Okay, yep.
Bro walks in. I get it. He's skinny. Bro was not shredded enough to shred his shirt. Why did he come out shirtless?
Yeah, you're right.
And oiled up and glistened too?
Wait, no,
That's
wasn't
crazy.
he naked though?
No,
He had a shirt.
he was. I'm pretty sure he was like in his like underwear or whatever, but like he had a shirt. I'm pretty sure when he walked in,
Ah,
and then he magically lost the shirt when he walked out.
I see. I see.
As just and even if I'm wrong, God forbid, because that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old movie. If I'm wrong, God forbid, the point and example still stands.
Yeah.
They've done it in many other movies.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like Chris Hemsworth and Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you mean now. Oh, but nobody complains about it. But when a woman does it, it's a problem.
I thought of a joke and I'm going to hell for it.
What?
I was gonna say I don't know why the LGBTQ community is so mad at the over sexualization of women in video games. Like women in video games. Don't y'all want to see some titties too? I thought that was the whole point.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, wait. Okay, yeah. Now you're opening a loop. Now I'm thinking of the jokes I've heard. This one where like, what was it? Like the idea of like more like what's the word? Andra.
And Andronimus or
Yeah,
whatever.
like I don't know why people like they're pushing the androgynous look, cause like
Mm-hmm.
I, no, like nobody want to look androgynous. Like even even like the trans people don't want to look. Like they
Yeah.
obviously want to look like a woman or they obviously want to look like a man. Nobody want to look in between.
Nobody want to be like, yes, I look so indistinguishable. No one can tell even a fraction of what I might be.
Yeah, I'm just human. That's all you can tell. Okay, yeah, I think we gotta change subjects. We're gonna get
Yeah,
killed.
we gotta change.
We
Yeah,
gotta
we gotta
change.
go.
We gotta change it. Okay, all right.
We've pushed and we pushed, and it is now time to
Now,
switch. Or
now we're on the border. We're on the borderline right now. Any more, and the system will pick us up, and we're gonna get kicked. Oh, um, damn, I don't know. I don't really have any other topic. At least nothing that comes to mind right now.
um, so I actually have something, but I don't know if you've heard about it or how much you would like to discuss about it.
What is it?
Have you heard of a game called Schedule One?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this game, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The game for an early access indie game, visually, it's not like the most wow graphics thing in the world. But you know what it is? And I think this is kind of the best thing that I've seen people come to realize.
Mhm.
The game is just fucking fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know much about it, but I do know it's like blowing up right now. I think even Zach mentioned it. I was like, huh.
It is just a very fun game. It's not like it's not out to be like the graphics getter.
Mhm.
It's not like trying to compete in a market where it doesn't belong. It's honestly it feels like a majority is it's just a fun game.
Huh. Yeah, I saw it. It looked like one of those.
The most thing like akin thing I can say is like those job market simulator games that have
Yeah.
been blowing up. Those games. It's
I
one of
see.
those.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it looked pretty interesting.
do you know what it's about?
Yeah. Don't you like make drugs?
Yeah, so you get to live out your Walter Whitest of fantasies. I do not know why I do not know why I said it like that.
Jesse, we have to cook.
And you sell drugs.
Uh huh.
But some controversy has popped up with even this game.
I've heard about. I don't know what the controversy is. I just know there is controversy.
Well, this doubles into my next point. Have you heard of a little game called Power World?
Yes.
Another indie hit that blew up, and a really good game, might I add, a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is it caught the attention of big money,
Uh-oh.
and big money in this case being Nintendo. Nintendo did not fuck with Power World. It's
Yeah.
become a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to talk about the legality of them trying
Yeah.
to almost find brothers the pocket monster system.
Bro, yeah.
um, but what we are here to talk about is how they found themselves almost in another situation like it,
Huh.
where they are getting sued by another drug like simulator-esque game.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
And the only thing that I could think of that I'm like, honestly, I just really want to tell like the other developer like cope. Like,
Cope and seethe, bitch. But really, I
I'm
mean,
sorry, I'm sorry. In this market of video games, if your video game is not generating the players, or if even if it doesn't have the players, let's say it's a game built off a community. If your community ain't popping numbers or like ain't making noise,
mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but you can't just be like, I gotta sue the other guy just because his game's blowing up, you know?
Yeah. Didn't something similar also happen with PUBG and Fortnite?
They did, it did indeed. Except that one has been buried to time, so you and I are relics of forgotten age.
Yeah.
Because people do not like to talk about that one, but you are absolutely correct. That did happen, and if I'm not mistaken, the result of that was I'm pretty sure PUBG ultimately got told to go fuck themselves
Yeah.
from the court.
I,
Ultimately, pretty much.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure their game uses Unreal Engine or whatever.
Hmm.
So, yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty much what I had for the schedule run. I
Huh.
wasn't sure if you've heard about the news about it
I've
or
heard
what.
about it, I just didn't know what the controversy was. So, are they what? They're getting sued now?
Yeah, there's an ongoing lawsuit now.
That's so dumb.
Yep. Ooh, you know what we could do a fun segment on.
What?
I don't know what he did exactly,
Oh.
but Kanye did something again.
Again? Wait, are we talking about the one where he showed up to the dude's house in like the Grand Wizard outfit?
uh, oh, you mean the that Grand Wizard outfit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, we have a
I don't know if
segment. What did Kanye do this time?
I don't know if it's that or if it was something else, but I just heard Kanye's name blow up and I was like, oh god, what did he
What?
do this time?
Oh.
You know what's crazy? I'm sure if you googled that, something.
Okay.
I feel like that has to be a popular search by now, right?
What's going on with Kanye though? Like, why is he so crazy now?
Bro, I do not understand what that man's issue is, what help he desperately needs,
Isn't he on like
what,
laughing gas?
bro, that man is like up the wall. He's like, yeah, man, I've been fucking. They're like, oh, okay, no, oh my god, it's so hard to follow. Okay, so first he was like, yeah, dude, the industry is trying to silence me, this, that, whatever. They're trying to, they're trying to drug me with nitrous and this, that, whatever, trying to silence me.
Yeah.
And,
And then he says some
bro,
crazy ass shit like, I love Hitler.
bro, and then he's like, okay, so he, oh my god, bro, it's so confusing. My head hurts just trying to follow his events. So he's like, okay, yeah, they're trying to drug me, they're trying to put me on nitrous, this, that, whatever. And then, bro's just almost like casually admitting to the rumors that he is just casually using it.
Yeah.
And then the real bitch of the matter is, and we gotta talk about it
Mm-hmm.
in Zach's absence. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. The big night comes along, Super Bowl,
Oh.
and bro runs an ad during halftime show. I don't know if it's true or not, but bro says in his ad, quote unquote, I spent all the money on these diamond grills at a dentist's office. Do you know what gas is commonly?
Oh.
It was a. It's just a bad look all around.
Yeah. Like. I don't know. I mean, is it really? You think it might just be him, or you think it's because of like the laughing gas?
Uh, Dude, that's a whole other topic. Is it the old Kanye? Is it the new Kanye? Is it even Kanye anymore? Just Ye?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who is this man?
He shows up in like the craziest. I'm gonna be honest though. I would probably wear something like that though. Not the Grand Wizard. Not the Grand Wizard. I was talking about like when he. Wait. I wouldn't wear that. But like like when he went on Alex Jones and just started like, I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah.
What they're saying something like Taylor Swift will sue Kanye West for tweets.
Now that I don't think is true. That I think is definitely him on some drug-filled anti-Taylor Swift.
What's going
As
on?
wait. You just read that from an article?
Yeah, from Yahoo. 3 hours ago. What do you
Okay, well
say?
that's new with Kanye.
What
That's
happened?
new with Kanye.
What happened with Kanye, bro?
That's definitely something new with Kanye.
Do you think he's gonna be in the new Call of Duty? Wait, is there a Fortnite skin of Kanye?
Nah, definitely not.
Oh man, that'd be like
No.
the most legendary thing in Fortnite.
It's so funny too because like goddamn I cannot support him, but it is also hilarious to watch this man's downfall at the same time.
Bro,
Something about it.
I just don't know. Like, it's so crazy. It's just, what the fuck happened? Oh, well, I think, unless you got something else, I think we can probably stop it there.
No, I don't got anything else.
Then we
I'm
would. I think
trying
we got 2.5 hours, basically. Pretty good.
hmm. Oh, did you you don't watch movies really? You always say.
But I probably heard of what?
Did you hear anything about the Minecraft movie?
Oh, about the chicken jockey and like this, like the chaos of the
Not
theaters.
not about that, bro. But I watched it and that was funny.
What? Wait, what?
Dude, they just lost their minds during that moment. It was so fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it like one of the first nights it released.
Hey, people just lose their shit.
Dude, it was so fucking funny.
I heard like they're like calling the cops now. There's like security getting ready for it now.
At the end, the anti-chicken jockey.
No. I think even the director was for it.
What's crazy is they had to get Jack Black to be like, alright, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna chicken jockey.
No chicken jockey, guys. What did you think about the movie?
It was surprisingly funny. I thought for whatever a Minecraft movie could be, it was well thought out. It was funny. I wasn't expecting much. Um,
Damn.
I thought something I did appreciate is some things actually kind of make like game sense. You know how you find abandoned structures in the game?
Yeah.
They kind of bring an element to that in the movie
Oh.
in a way, because like instead of it being like, well, not really Minecraft lore, but you know, like some person, some civilization built X structure, X thing.
Yeah.
It was Steve who was in before you, and Steve has his like whole all of his builds and all these worlds and whatever.
Oh.
And they go exploring the Minecraft world for the first half of the movie that way.
So it was Steve that built it?
Well, like it was like Steve has a bunch of like creations and made improvements to like villages and this, that, and the other.
Oh. So what if you play as
Villages.
Steve?
Uh, wait, what?
What if you were like playing as Steve?
If the whole movie was centered around Steve, I feel like it would the only like structure would be there would be like it would have to be like very like almost right about post Nether update or like just before pre Nether update
Oh. That,
because they have like for example they have references to like there's elytras for example that's like a main thing in the movie like I'm pretty sure that was in the trailer too like they have elytras um villages obviously you'd probably come across so you probably come across like some structures but
oh.
more like that element of exploring a world someone was here before you type of feeling.
Oh.
It was just nice seeing that kind of replicated for the first half of the movie.
Hmm.
They also have some stuff from things not even released yet, like rideable ghasts were in the movie.
Okay. That's interesting. Did you find out who? So who's Steve in the movie?
Oh,
Or is
you
that a
don't
big
know that?
spoiler?
No, you
Oh.
Steve is Jack Black.
No, 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 no. I mean, like, how did Steve get there?
Oh. So Steve, so Steve is working a 9 to 5 job. Can't make this up in the normal world, and
Uh huh.
at some point, I forget exactly what happens, but to give you the spark notes, he essentially comes across this glass ornate cube that's split into two halves. One's like an outer shell, and then the other one is a cube that slots into the outer shell.
Mm-hmm.
And he essentially combines these two together, and it makes like a portal for him to go into the overworld.
I see.
And he goes there, and he spends all of his time there. He's building, he's having fun, and at some point, then like he goes to the Nether, and when he goes to the Nether with his dog, he like gets ran up on by this goblin like piglin creature
Mm-hmm.
and they take the cube and that was his only way home and then they imprison him and then they imprison Steve and then so what they do is Steve's like bro my dog I can't let my dog die that's like the most important thing to me so he's like take take the cube hide it under my fucking bed in the real world.
Okay.
And then years later, someone else finds the cube, and thus the Minecraft movie starts.
So he's just a regular guy who gets transported.
Oh, you're never gonna believe this.
Uh-huh.
Because at the end of the movie, Steve, after his triumphant adventure, goes back into the real world, curious and more accepting of ready to rejoin society pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's about to He knocks on his house door to see that someone else has moved in.
Oh.
And it is a ginger woman wearing a
Oh.
green shirt.
Oh.
Would you believe me if I told you they put this in a post-credit scene?
Damn.
MCU style, bro. The moment she said, "My name's Alex," I was like, ah.
Oh no.
It was so cringe, but I was like, oh, it's kind of good though.
It's that's so dumb. Wait,
I
so
was what I was wondering if she was in the movie, and she was.
oh, was Captain Sparkles in the movie?
Oh, I fucking wish.
Oh man, I
You
didn't play it.
Minecraft story mode is in the movie.
Really?
Yes. They make an entire song and dance to show it in your face.
Oh,
That in the Minecraft story mode there was the lava chicken machine.
I never played a story mode.
So there's
Oh,
this
my bad.
essentially there's this community restaurant where
Oh,
the idea is, and it's kind of brutal, you take two sticky pistons.
uh-huh.
You take a dispenser full of eggs and or pre-caught chickens or both. I've seen variations of both, but I think in that game it's like a chicken farm and it leads into this hole and pretty much a bunch of chickens come down. And I mean the idea is self-explanatory. You fucking pull a lever, two
Oh,
two slime blocks both with lava, and they crush the chicken.
oh man. I've
And
heard
out
about the lava
comes
chicken song, but I didn't know about this.
and and, and out comes your fucking fried chicken, and that whole thing is a reference to Minecraft story mode,
I see.
where it's not like a main thing even. It's literally just something in the background of Minecraft story.
It's like a small joke.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Huh. Yeah. What about was
Oh, Technoblade is in the movie though.
oh yeah, yeah, I saw that. I saw that little thing.
Careful, he's a legend.
Okay, Jack. Okay. Man. Huh. So I mean, damn it, there was something else. It was like either was wondering if like that one song was in it, or if that wasn't in it was
Creeper?
yeah, wait, that wasn't in it at all?
No, no, it's not at all. No.
What about no, no, I remember I was gonna say I was was I don't know, I lost it. Bro, when you said creeper, like I remembered it and then like it floated away.
Well,
It was like a reference, I think, or something. It was like I was wondering if bro, this is gonna fucking kill me. If it wasn't that, what would it be? Creeper. Oh man. Oh, was the did they ever reference the Aether? Because I saw like posts about them trying to what's it called? Them trying to put it was like the Aether portal with the water bucket and everything. Well, you're muted, just in case.
I wish it wasn't there though.
Oh. Oh man.
Oh, they more made references to the Aether in like post movie jokes, like post on their Instagram and whatnot,
Oh.
but nothing like in the movie.
Okay.
Although, man, I feel like they should have though, right? Like,
That would be cool.
it's something so funny on every world that I make that I just have to leave.
That's so depressing.
One day it'll work, bro.
One day. Just gotta install the mod.
Nah, one day it'll become official Minecraft material.
Oh man. I don't know. Have you seen the stuff they had?
Well, you'd think that, but they just made shaders.
Oh shit, you're right.
Like, shaders is now officially in Minecraft, and they're working to make it embedded into Java as well. It's currently in beta and whatnot, but I mean, working on something and just it not being done with any progress like they have said and done with that same exact project in the past. I remember when the PS4 and Xbox One, I think, were first gonna launch, or it might have been the PS5's first launch, there was a whole ton of like speculation. I think there was even a trailer at one point from Minecraft themselves about like the pretty graphics update or something like that.
Oh.
Or it was like the super shader pack or something like that. Like it was or super duper graphics pack or something like that. It was a whole big deal.
Hmm. Well.
So, you know, they could.
Yeah.
They definitely could. Now, will they? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, and weirdly enough, because we talked about Power World, I've been playing Power World recently.
Really?
Gave it a try. It's really fun.
I was thinking about getting into it, but there's no I don't have time.
It's crossplay.
Ooh.
The group server Power.
That'd be. Have you heard about the spin-off game coming?
Yes.
Damn.
And, you know,
Personally, I think Zach will be very into it.
personally, I think it's weird. But also, I wanted innovation in my Pocket Monsters game, and damn it, they at least delivered.
Yeah, I mean,
That innovation in the wrong direction is still.
yeah, it is still innovation. And you know what? Nobody can say shit because there's hundreds of books that are a lot worse than that.
Yeah, yeah. Especially because it's an April Fool's joke, right, guys?
It was. It's real now.
Guys.
It's real.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you gotta wish, though. But, odd dating simulators aside, the base game itself is actually pretty fun.
Really?
I don't know when, like, what their development plan is, because I just joined the game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the development plan is for getting out of early access, or why the game is still technically in early access, despite it receiving an update, like a big expansion size update from what I heard.
I think it might stay in early access for a while. There's a couple games that do that.
And I think so too. I think this is, what we're seeing is something akin to the forest situation
Yeah.
type of success, where the game blew up so fast that it needs to finish becoming a game.
Yeah. Is it like PvPvE or is it like PvE or?
It's PvPvE.
Okay, so
So
you can just get attacked by people.
not it's so it's the way multiplayer works is you either have to be like in fight. At least I'm playing on PS5, so I don't know if on PC there's like a server browser which you could view to just randomly join people.
Hmm.
But it kind of works like an invite system, and you pretty much join people through server. And after you're in said server, you have a few options to use. Like, for example, you could join guilds,
I see.
and guilds can raid other players, and or you could sell things to other players if you're in a guild, like
Is it
with the in-game money.
similar to Ark?
Kind of,
I see. Okay.
or at least I don't know fully about Ark, but I hear people that compare the two often. So
Oh, interesting.
especially with like the cross player selling of Pokemon or the pals and items and whatnot. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be Ark's influence.
Yeah. Damn, Ark fell off though.
Yeah.
They like announced Ark 2, but it never came to fruition. Well, I think that should be good. I think that concludes this episode. Unless you have something else.
I don't got anything else.
That was a pretty good episode.
I'd agree.
Hopefully, modern society does not run into this episode, or else we would be torn apart for our criticisms. But
Although I think I stand on what I said. They're
yeah,
valid.
I stand too.
They
You also
y'all need to
freaks.
stop gooning in public.
Stop. And then stop acting like we're the weird ones. You're worse. You're vile. Alright, I'm gonna end it.